What's going on, guys? I'm SimpleSimon, and today we're doing another toy unboxing. It's been a little minute. The last toy I unboxed, you might remember, I unboxed the Marvel Legends Angela. Angela obviously is a Marvel character, but she did used to be an Image character from the Spawn series. And I mentioned in that video that I wanted to get a Spawn to go with my Angela. So I happened to pick up a Spawn figurine, which came in this double pack. So I'm excited that it's a DC Multiverse figure, but yeah, the only way to get Spawn was either in this black and white exclusive, which I didn't like, or in this Batman Spawn double pack. So I'm only going to be unboxing the Spawn from this because I really only have interest in the Spawn figurine. We can take a look, have a look at the articulation, put it in some poses, and then I'll give you my honest opinion at the end. Just a quick shout out to my minions. Your support is greatly appreciated. Channel membership is now available. To find out more, hit the join button to find out about perks and exclusive videos and content. But always remember, your membership is not required. The best way to support the channel is by liking and commenting on all the videos. Let's do this. Alright, before I start, if you guys are new to the channel, I will have a link to my toys and collectibles playlist in the description below. So this is a look at the double pack here. Here is the packaging. Again, I will only be unboxing the Spawn figure in this video. Great looking figures. It actually comes, it looks like, with some sort of decorative thing for display. Again, I don't know if I'll keep that or not. I'm guessing the sword is for the Spawn figurine. So both really good looking. Even the Batman there, but the Spawn has so much detail in him. I can't wait to get him out and have a play. That sounds a bit weird. And then this is the back of the box. Really great art from the Batman and Spawn comic book series. Now, when it comes to Spawn, obviously you see I have some comic books here. I really haven't read much Spawn in my time in comic books. I have read this first issue, and obviously I do remember the Spawn movie back in the day with Michael J. White. I do remember seeing that at the cinemas. It's a character I really want to know more about, but yeah, I just have to get around to reading more Spawn. So, and again, I don't know if I'm going to go back and read all this old Spawn. I think I might just read some of the newer one. I know there's the King Spawn series that came out. I've got a few of those issues and things like that. So anyway, let's open him up. I've never bought a double pack before from any toy line so far since my short time in collecting. So obviously Multiverse, they always have the cards. Again, we're more focused on Spawn today, and they've got the fig stands. I always keep these sealed. Again, I always ask if you guys know where I can get just basic stands from that will work with Multiverse figures, let me know, because I just like the idea of keeping these sealed. Remember, I am a former inbox collector, so taking these out is a new experience for me. Okay. So now this is pretty cool. I think I do kind of want this, just kind of cool aesthetic. Over time, what I'd like to do eventually is have some sort of background for my toy videos. I do watch a lot of toy channels, and they often have a cool little background to present their toys on. I don't have that yet because I'm amateur. All right, I'll give you a look at the Batman anyway, since he's in there. He's pretty angry, that Batman. And then you got the Spawn here. Now, the worst part about McFarlane figures, I find, is taking them out of the plastic. I really do not have a good time doing that, but I'm gonna do that off camera now.
6.5 hours later.
Alright, I got the figure out, but I gotta say, that was a pain in the ass. Also, if you're wondering why I'm speaking a little bit differently today, it's because Sarah's sleeping right now, so I'm trying to be as quiet as I can be without waking her up and do a video. Alright, so I thought I'd got him out of the packaging, and then, I mean, this is ridiculous. Like, the last bit of plastic, like cable thread thing I had to get, is actually going through his cape, if you can see that. Like, I thought I was done, and then I went to pull him out, and then his cape was still stuck. Look at that. There's a hole pierced in there, just so... It's ridiculous. Like, I don't know if the McFarlane guys know, but some people actually like taking these out of their box and packaging. It's great that they're secure, but they need to be more like the Marvel Legends stuff and the, I guess the Hasbro stuff, where they just pop out. The plastic mold should be enough to hold them in. Anyway, enough rant. Here is a good look at the figurine. It's a really, really good looking piece. As you can see, all his cape is all, as it looks, like it's all going all over the place. It's a lot of detail on this, and all Spawn characters, even not just from DC Multiverse, but just Spawn figurines have always looked good just because of all the detail that the characters have. that's a good look at him now. Articulation is going to be interesting with this one, because obviously he's very limited with the cape covering his shoulder and everything. I don't know how this is going to go, but let's just get straight into that. His head, that's actually impressive. Okay, goes all the way around the back. Oh, going this way, he can actually only look there. That looks a little bit odd. You can only turn that far one side, but the other side he goes all the way back. He does have, oh, that's pretty good. I'm impressed by that. His up and down is actually quite good. The movement on his head, I'm impressed by that. All right, arms, they're not going anywhere, really. Yeah, so the cape's obviously very thick. His arms really aren't going anywhere, but forward a bit. He does have, oh, it's very prickly. Obviously articulates at the elbows on both arms. His right arm goes a lot higher, as you can see, because of the cape is a little bit lower on his left side, and his arms, yeah, man, very prickly, these Spawn figures. His hands obviously rotate on both of them, and this one looks like it's got a hinge on there too, so you can get some wrist movement on there. Okay, so his right arm, just the ball pivot on his wrist just doesn't seem to work quite as well. His left one works beautifully there, so that's interesting. We'll see. Let's see if he's got an ab crunch. Go a little bit, not much. Goes back and turns. Obviously when he turns you lose the striping there, which I think happens on most figurines, but what can you do? Turns pretty good, almost 180 there. And like I said, his ab crunch, I mean, his ab crunch is not bad considering he's so limited everywhere else. His ab crunch is pretty good. His legs kick out to about there, not very high, not that impressive. And his right, oh, that's a little bit better, but yeah, again, his belt kind of gets in the way, and none of this stuff is loose. All these kind of accessories, like his cape and everything, it's not like some of the Star Wars figures I've seen where these are completely loose and they can come off, I guess, if you tried. These are all attached to him, so the cape is attached by his neck chain there. All this stuff is all attached to him, it's not going anywhere. Then his knees, oh man, it's really hard to move this guy because it's so prickly. Alright, so I mean, he looks like he's double jointed, but oh yeah, there you go, got him. So double jointed knees there, and yeah, look, his articulation is pretty decent. Obviously I don't think his right foot's going, oh yeah, that's not too bad. So yeah, articulation apart from the arms, I would say. Ah man, this really hurts. You're hurting me, Spawn. Yeah, so his articulation overall, I'm gonna say that's actually pretty impressive. Obviously because of what the cape's made of his arms, we're never gonna go too far, so I'll do, I guess, some height comparisons and then we'll do some poses. Here he is next to Miles Morales. Now obviously Miles is a Marvel Legends figure and he's based on 6-inch figures. DC Multiverse figures are obviously 7-inch, so he's always gonna look huge compared to Miles. I always like to bring Spider-Punk out next because Spider-Punk obviously was a lot taller for a Marvel Legends figure, because obviously the character's very tall and lanky, so he obviously much taller than Miles. But here he is next to my Ned B droid from Star Wars. Again, Star Wars Black Series figures are based on 6-inch figures, but Ned B is a droid, so he is a bit taller for a Black Series figure, so I thought I always like to compare him to bigger figures, and obviously he is looking up at Spawn. Alright, now the reason I have no interest in the Batman that comes in this double pack is because I already have a Batman. I don't want to have a million Batman figurines. I just have the one that I want, which is this Michael Keaton Batman they released not that long ago for the Flash movie. Now if you actually have a look, Spawn is just a little bit taller than the Batman there. The Batman from the actual double pack, I mean, just by looking at him, looks like he actually is taller than the Keaton Batman and possibly about the same as Spawn. This is my Thanos from SH Figure Arts. I love this figure. It is an absolute beast. And I think SH Figure Arts figures are also kind of 6-inch figures, I guess. But obviously Thanos is a massive, massive man. So he towers over the 6-inch figures, and he even is much bigger than Spawn. And then last, I'm going to do my Marvel Legends Angela figure, which is the whole reason that inspired me to get this Spawn figure. As you can see, I was really impressed. If you guys saw my video when I unboxed Angela, I was really impressed by her height for a Marvel Legends figure. So I thought if I get a 7-inch McFarlane figure of Spawn, it will still look fine with, you know, mixing the McFarlane and the Marvel Legends stuff is normally an issue, but because Angel is so tall, I feel like this kind of works. And then the last thing we'll do, which I've been forgetting to do in a lot of my toy videos, is bringing in the measuring tape. He definitely stands taller than 7 inches. To the top of his head, I mean, he's just under 7.5. And with the top of his collar there, it's standing about 8 inches tall. But yeah, his head is about 7.5 or just under. So it's time to do some poses. Now, if you haven't seen my toy videos before, I am terrible at posing figures. So these poses I'm about to do will be very, very simple. Alright, so definitely glad I bought this figure. Like I said, really good detail. The articulation really surprised me. The biggest downfall is obviously it's hard to put him in dynamic poses when he's got such limited movement. The only other thing is obviously you don't want to spend too much time articulating him because he hurts. He attacks you with his spikes. But other than that, I can't really complain. Detail is just on point. The only other complaint is McFarlane, when they make these weapons, it's almost like they're not quite designed to fit. I mean, I got it in his hand eventually. It just sometimes you feel like you're really going to break those fingers. I'm yet to do that, touch wood. I didn't really give a good close-up of the sword. Even the detail, and that's really cool. I just feel like they need to do a better job at making their hands being able to grab them. Like, yeah, I'm just terrified that I'm going to break. Ooh, did I get it? Oh, I got it. But yeah, I'm glad I got it. It's going to look great next to my Angel figure. I'm definitely going to put them on display somewhere. For those who saw my vlog when I picked this up, I also picked up a She-Spawn figure, so I still have that to unbox, so keep an eye out for that one. But before I do that, I've got a ton of Star Wars Black Series figures I need to get through. So for those who enjoy the toy unboxings, I appreciate you guys. Getting really sweaty doing this right now, but I've got a ton of Star Wars unboxings coming out soon, and then I'll get to that She-Spawn. So if you guys are still watching this video, I appreciate it, and make sure you give the video a like and a comment. Let us know what you think of this figurine, and until next time, I'm SimpleSimon. Tell your friends, and keep it simple.